Good afternoon, people. Today is the 20th of June. It's a Monday. I've not posted for a while because, every day in hospital was pretty much the same. So, there wasn't really much to say. Basically, I had a Broviac line fitted in my chest here. Still got my ileostomy. And I've been discharged from hospital. So I'm at home currently, a new home, shall I say, because upon going in hospital October last year, I was in a relationship. I've been in that relationship for 5 years. It will be 6 years this coming January. We had a little baby together, little baby girl. She's my princess. I fell ill. I'll condense it really, into the quickest possible way I can. So basically, she knew about me having Crohn's disease, and while we were together, before baby came along, I had various problems with fistulas, having to have admissions to hospital, etc., etc., etc. But this time was the biggest one of them all. So yeah, I ended up I ended up in hospital October last year. 2 holes in my duodenum, operated on me on the 18th, and I spent 8 months in hospital. Probably 3 months of that didn't need to be in hospital, but my fiance decided that she wanted to separate with me. It was hard, obviously giving everything I went through. Surgeons said that would, if I left it any longer, I would have been dead. Got a little, and that's it really. It was an hard bit of pill to swallow. I couldn't quite understand it, but she would have had her reasons, whether she couldn't cope or whatever, I don't know. But it is what it is. We're still amicable. I still see a baby girl. But yeah, I'm out. I've got a 2-bedroom flat in a really nice area in Warrington. I've got everything on my doorstep. I've got my local Sainsbury's, train station, doctor's surgery, pharmacy, literally behind me. So that's why I went quiet for a bit, because I was trying to get my head around, the whole, I'm going to be out of hospital. I'm going to be on parental home nutrition. Obviously nurses coming in to see me. Having to decorate a flat and furnish a flat and everything that goes with moving into a new property. So, we'll fast forward to the 2nd of May when I got discharged. Completely, pat myself on the back, smashed it. I've decorated the place. Oh, I say I decorated the place. I've got it decorated to a pretty high standard. I've had a lot of help from various organisations and friends and family. Hospital, absolutely angels. Honestly, I can't describe how good every single member of staff in Salford are. Because I was at H8, which is the intestinal failure unit, but then due to me being so stubborn and independent, I got moved to a ward B2 because basically I was on H8 and I didn't have any need to be on there. It was basically a social issue why I wasn't being discharged, because I never had nowhere to live. So obviously I had to wait on a different ward because there was somebody else that needed that bed that I was taking up, which I fully understand, and that's perfect, fine by me. I still kept going on H8 to do all my line care, etc., etc. But yeah, I got out, like I say, set up the flat, and I see my baby girl every Friday, every Saturday, and yeah, it's life is good. I probably need to thank my ex, to be fair, for doing what she did, because she reignited a fire in my belly that had pretty much been extinguished. I fell into a bit of a rut, where I wasn't doing anything. Well, I say wasn't doing anything for myself. I was doing everything for myself, but I was relying on her quite a lot. And, you know, she used to take care of all the bills in the house, etc., etc. I'd put money towards it, you know, the bills were split 50-50. But yeah, so now I'm out. I've got all my debts in order. I'll be debt free by the end of August. You know, apart from the obvious gas, electric, water, etc., etc., food, shopping. But yeah, I'm in a really good place. So basically, this video is, you know, if you're suffering right now, no matter how big or small it is, I'm living, breathing proof that you can, providing you can get this in check, you can accomplish anything. You literally can accomplish anything. You know, adversity. Some people wallow when it comes to them. I thrive with it, and I know a lot of people in my situation that have long-term illnesses. They thrive with it as well. It's all about trying to get your mind in a good place. You know, for me personally, you know, I was listening to various books, the 5 a.m. Club. You know, do I need to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning? No. I do it because I choose to do it. And I feel that every day I've got stronger. Every day I've managed to do a little bit more, you know, in order to get my life where I want it to be. So, you know, they're books you can listen to on Audible. The 5 a.m. Club, Robin Sharma, and Ant Middleton's Mental Fitness. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He's raw. He's so raw, it's unreal. You know, and these, I'm not plugging these for any financial gain. I'm just telling you these are what I used in order to get me to where I am now. So yeah, I fell in love with cooking again. You know, I've been experimenting with different things, and yeah, I've got some good recipes that I'll be posting on the Crohn's and Colitis forum for people to look at. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it really. I'm out of hospital. I'm thriving. You know, I'm growing every day. Still got my stoma. Still got the TPN that I need to deal with. I've got appointments coming up, endocrinology tomorrow, and then next week HPN clinic next Tuesday, and then on the 10th of August is the D-Day. I see the surgeon, and you know, as much as the stoma has helped me tremendously, and it saved my life, which I'll forever be grateful for, as well as the staff and everybody else that, you know, did their bit, and friends and family, you know, messages, support, people on the Crohn's and Colitis forum asking me how I am. You know, everyone's got me to where I am. This is not sole individual effort. This is a conglomerate. It's you know, there's people that I didn't even expect or even think that would be interested in what I was going through, that have been on the phone, you know, help me out in one way or the other. So for them people, I'll forever, ever be in debt and grateful. And if there's anything anybody else, you know, any of them ever need, you know, and I can help, I will, without a shadow of a doubt. My stay in hospital was long, but I made a hell of a lot of good friends in there on the ward. People I'm still in contact with now, and I will, you know, till my time on this planet is gone, I will forever be their friend, and they will be forever mine, because we're like-minded people, focused people, and, you know, just real salt of the earth people that I've met, you know, real decent people. And yeah, so while I was in hospital, I trained to do all my line care with Broviac, and I got that good at it. People were coming from other hospitals, professionals, nurses, doctors, to see how I did my line training and how easy it is for a patient to do it. So they can then teach their patients, look, it isn't impossible. Here's a guy that can do it, or there's a lady that can do it, you know, is a person that can do it, and you know, go from there. Gives you a little bit of independence back, you're not solely waiting on nurses. And, you know, don't get me wrong, the nurses still come in to check on me and to make sure everything's fine. But it gives you your independence back, whereas you're not having to wait. You've not got time restraints. You can do it. You can put yourself on and take yourself off when you want to do it, providing you obviously do it over 10, 12 hours. So that was that. That was interesting. And also there was a few meetings, Zoom meetings, different hospitals all over the world that were getting involved. The MDT meetings to be getting involved, and they wanted to know what was the reason. What was the reason behind having an intestinal failure unit? Sorry. So one of the staff, lead nurse at Salford, asked me if she could interview me. So I was like, yeah, no problem. So we went and did an interview off site at a hospital, and the video was received well, apparently, by all the medical professionals that was looking at it, and a couple of the professionals that obviously were directly involved with me. What I've been told, how true it is, I don't know, but they got a tear in their eye because of my story, my backstory, because I've had Crohn's since I was 9 years old. And like I said to the lead nurse that was interviewing me, I said, a million percent, if you're in an area and you've got a percentage of people with IBD, you need an intestinal failure unit in the hospital, without a shadow of a doubt. Because I believe personally that if I'd have known about H8 in the journey that I've been on, I think my journey would have been a lot easier. Don't get me wrong, you know, I'm not violins and woe is me. I've coped with it, I've done with it, and the doctors that looked after me at my local hospital did an absolute sterling job, you know, and they took me to a state, kept me into a stage where, you know, some people might have failed, but they've persevered, and they've exhausted every avenue, and they've got me to where I am now. And obviously, after the operation, I've been fitted with the ileostomy, they were like, we can't take you any further, you've got to go to the specialist now, which is fine. You know, they understood that it was out of their remit, and they had to, you know, send me to the big boys sort of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna stop going on now because I'm rambling. But like I say, if you're out there, if you know you're going through a hard time and you know you can't see the wood for the trees, you know, be like water. That's what I'm gonna say. Be like water, because water, it doesn't look for a way around the rock. It keeps going at the rock until it forms a channel. And when it forms the channel, then it flows through the rock. So be like water. That's the quote for the day. be like water, yeah. So I hope you know, like this video. I hope you get some sort of, a little bit of inspiration. I don't know. If it helps you in any kind of way, then, you know, that's why I do them. It's not for any kind of financial gain or monetary value. It's just because, you know, I've lived it. I've lived Crohn's disease. You know, it's all I've ever known, as well as other stuff. But, you know, if I can pass on just a little bit of hope to people, then that's, you know, that's my time here done. It's not a waste of time. So yeah, like I say, keep fighting and keep your eyes peeled, because I'm cooking up a storm in the kitchen. So there'll be a fair few things coming out what you can have try. And all the things that I'm going to be doing, it's, yeah, there's going to be fibre and stuff in them, because I know, you know, people with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, not a lot of people can have fibre. So I'm lucky, whereas I'm able to manage it in small doses. But the recipes that I'm going to provide and show you, everything's, you know, interchangeable. You can take something out, or you can add something in. It's not, you've got to do it like this. So peace, love, and I will I'll look out for your questions and answer them if I can. See you later. Bye.